Hello, everybody. I am back, and I have a wonderful new guest. Say hello to EXO.
Hello.
You
Right.
know him. He was just playing a second ago on stream. You had
Yeah.
a fantastic series,
Yeah,
really.
it was fun. It was fun. The
Yeah.
audience should have said hello to me, not me say hello to the audience. You asked the audience to say hello to
All
me.
right, everyone in Twitch chat, in 3 minutes' time, say hello to
Yeah.
EXO. We are on a stream delay, but we are watching for your messages, so please keep them coming in.
Yeah.
We appreciate the support and love for the UK StarCraft 2 scene.
But yeah, no, I just got out of that game with Mars Bar. It was a little bit intense. I didn't plan to do a one base all in the second game, but
We
sometimes.
did think that. So Savage and I were talking about it, and he was saying that you have a belief that what was it? When you get 12 pulled by a Zerg,
Yep.
you can counter it with a 4-gate. Was that what was in
No.
your mind? Or was that just something that kind of happened
Oh,
accidentally?
Countess, if you're in the chat, you're going to love that. Yeah, the Countess build. The Countess build.
It's a Countess
Yeah,
special, of
she
course
loves
it
that.
is.
But what I would say is that if the Zerg goes 12 pool with gas, you don't need to expand until like 4 minutes. Like you basically have to cover every pot. In my mind, you have to cover Baneling bust, Roach Ravager, or 7 Roaches, a Roach Ravager bust, a Nidus. You basically have to cover all those options before you expand. And if you do that, and build workers, you'll generally still be ahead.
Right.
So
Okay.
I just built 2-gate worker, but then I saw he had a load of drones, and I was like, well,
He-
I can't
he-
expand now.
he wasn't even being that aggressive. It was just like he kind of did a weird thing where he got like a 13 pull, 13 gas, and
Yeah,
then like
that is unusual. He
and
did.
then just threw stuff across the map at you. It was a bit of an odd one.
I spoke to him briefly after, and he was like, "Yeah, I kind of want to go for something that changed mine." He sort of like
A bit
lost his own
indecisiveness
thread.
cost him, I
So
think. Yeah, yeah. And then I don't. He never really re-scouted your natural to see if it went down
yeah,
after like about 3-4 minutes in the game. He didn't
it's
check again, didn't
well,
get a chance.
it's really hard when you lose the Overlord, and because I already overreacted or I had to react and build a bunch of units. So his lings were running in and
Yep.
seeing there's like 6 units there, but well, that's because he forced all the units out.
Yeah,
Right? So
exactly.
it
But
is hard.
we're getting into a game, and you're going to be joining me for casting this time, which is
Yes.
very exciting. We've got another PVZ, right?
Yes.
This time our 2 players are going to be FizzyElf and Frugs. Frugs is a player I know and love, another
Yes.
Imperial StarCraft 2 representative. And then what can you tell us about FizzyElf?
Not much apart from that he beat me at the last Epic Clan.
Yeah,
That's,
well, that's certainly something after we saw your previous 2 games. Would you
Yeah,
like
yeah.
to do the honours of introducing the players?
Yes. Spawning in the top right on 2000 atmosphere, it is the pink Zerg. It is Frugs.
Still representing the ICL clan tag. You'd love to see it.
Yeah, love to see it.
And then down here in the bottom left-hand corner, it's our red Protoss. It is FizzyElf. It's a
Yeah.
fantastic name, FizzyElf.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
it is. I don't know if it's one of the like default generated ones.
Oh, like when you go on like Xbox Live and you generate your game
Yeah,
flag and
yeah,
it
yeah,
just
like-
mashes 2 words together.
Battle.net has a bunch of them, as well as I'm revealing all the secrets here. The infamous Wild Pants on ladder is Sam Savage, who was just casting here.
What? You're outing his ult?
I am.
Oh,
You
shocking
can't-
behaviour.
You can't mess with the Wild Pants. Some of the auto-generated names are just amazing. Wild Pants is
Oh,
one of
they're
them.
like better than barcodes, although
Yeah.
I guess you know it's a little
Not,
bit
yeah,
harder.
they wouldn't have the thing.
Well, not
if-
quite the same effect.
If it randomly generated a new name each
Every
game,
match.
yeah.
Oh my God, your name just changes constantly. I feel like imagine if Stormgate launches with that feature, like
That would
auto
be
barcode
amazing.
generation. It just randomizes your name every match. You never know who you're going to play against. Fantastic stuff.
That's some good stuff. All right, what have we got going on here?
StarCraft is happening.
that's
Hugo
all normal.
hasn't cheesed yet, which is nice to see. I was half expecting him to have already started cheesing. Yeah, he's going to be gunning for that Code S spot. It's a tough group that he's in.
Yes, yeah.
Very tough group, but there's a chance, you know. It's on the cards. He's done it before. He's got into Code S against the odds more than once, I think, at Epic Land now.
Yeah.
It'll be really interesting to see if he pulls it off.
I mean, I don't wanna bring up too much, but I think he and I are the lowest MMR rated players to get Code S multiple times.
Nice, nice. That's put that on your
Which is,
CV.
yeah, some would say that's group, just luck of the groups, but some would say, it's tournament regard and practice there.
Countess in the chat shouting
There you
out EXO, Monkey Dren as well. They love you on the stream.
They
so
do.
it's good to have you here.
Yeah.
Hello, Bane Riders as well.
Appreciate it. Appreciate everybody.
Cool. So there's not too much happening at the moment.
Yes.
How are you feeling about your chances in the tournament?
Terrible.
Yeah? Has it not gone well so far? How have your other games gone?
Not too bad. So I beat I beat Frugs in practice. I beat Jedrix and I beat Mars Bar now. Lost to Raza and lost to Sam.
Right.
I lost to Savage. So that leaves me with Fagaro, who I've got no chance against, and then Wise
Hey,
Man.
back yourself. Back yourself.
Yeah, and then Wise Man, who I possibly have a chance against. So I'm gonna. Oh, and then Cray, and he's the real. Assuming I
He's a
beat,
wild card.
assuming I beat Wise Man, I think MMR wise I should, and assuming I lose to Figaro, which I definitely should. Then
It all comes down to that Cray game,
yes,
really, doesn't it?
I think it's me and him for 4th place. But
Interesting.
that's a tough one. But we have a Glaive Adept opening in this PvZ.
Yeah, very
Oh,
different from what we were seeing in the previous game.
Yeah, and Lings have been able to sneak in. I believe
I
there's
completely
two-
missed them.
Yeah,
Oh, they're in
two
the main.
Lings in the main.
They've
So,
scouted it. They know exactly what's coming now.
so this is really good, but this is still a difficult build to hold. Although getting some probes here. You know, you weren't the only one who missed the Lings getting into the base. 3 probes going down, maybe a 4th.
Oh.
No.
That would have been horrific if 4 probes had gone down for free there, and you got
Yeah.
your whole main scouted. Your Glaze build is known. Everything's known, really.
Well, actually, there's only 2 gates. There's no. He should already have 2 more gates on the way and a robo. So this
Still
is.
knowing it, though.
This might be a 3 gate with a faster 3rd, I guess.
It's like defensive.
Yeah, kind of. Like, it looks like you're going to commit really hardcore to it, but you're
Oh, no.
not going to commit as much.
Looks like you're right. Yeah, he's going to get that pylon down in position, ready to start building the 3rd.
Yeah, so Glaive Adepts normally hit around 430 with your first 8 Adepts. So he's going to have Glaives by about 430, but he's not going to have 8 Adepts all be across the map
No.
with the War Prism. But
We'll see how much Frugs chooses to commit into the Roaches, how scared he is of a potential Glaive push.
I think you've got to respect it a little bit. And yeah, he's making 8 more Lings, a
And
Spine
a Spine
Crawler.
Crawler. Yeah, he's really worried. A 14, yeah, he's
yeah.
a little bit worried. He's a little bit worried.
So this is an old Lambo response where you stay on 1 gas, get the Roach Warren, and get a Spine Crawler. And that way you... Oh, he's getting the 2nd gas. I don't know when you're supposed to get the 2nd gas, but yeah. And then you can send the Lings across, deny a 3rd. But again, FizzyElf looking like he's playing this a bit more of a defensive style.
Yeah, a bit of a pain. Now it's going to take him a little bit longer to get that 3rd down because he needs to send another probe.
Yep. But he is shading out
In fact,
onto
he's
the map.
just spent all his money on a robo and 3 more gateways.
Oh, so maybe he's faking taking the 3rd after faking the Adept pressure.
The fakes within fakes within fakes. He's going across
Okay,
the map.
these Adepts will actually shred the Lings, though. Okay, the Roaches need to get in. Oh, no, he's doing it the wrong way. You should fight with the Roaches and chase with the Lings.
Yeah.
I think that's the proper way you're supposed to do it. But these Adepts are all low now, and because it's hitting so late, he's actually doing completely fine.
As we expected, it wasn't early enough to do any damage. And the Adepts do all get cleaned up.
Yeah, this is actually really good for Frugs. He can just stabilize, and 7 drones or 6 drones now in the production tab.
Yeah.
Man, Zergs, they really feel themselves when they hold down that D key. They love it.
And he's even going to tech into a Spire as well to keep that Protoss on his toes. A lot of options available for Frugs here, and he seems to be in a commanding position in this game so far.
Yeah, well, one of the common follow-ups to this, or that I like to do when I was doing Glaive Adepts, was a more sentry push. So again, Muters do wonders versus that.
Yeah.
However, Blinkstalker Disruptor is also a very popular style after it, and that does not as good versus Muters. But either way, it's playable. But this 3rd base still isn't down. Frugs is coming in again.
It's good that he keeps rescouting.
Yeah,
I really like that.
this is really active.
Keeping his information up to date. He doesn't want to miss. Oh, he didn't manage to sneak a Ling in there.
Oh,
it's
and
just
he's
gonna
going to
sit
leave it there.
So he knows now. He knows permanently. Doesn't need to worry about microing that. Can free his mind up to do other things in the game.
Yeah. It's really nice. And I think he caught a glimpse of the army there. I think he's sawing them all, and he's going to be very happy about that. Though he's pumping out 10 Roaches, 13 Roaches. I mean, you can't just crush this with the Roach Force because there's not a lot of Stalkers, but...
yeah, I mean, the Spire's still not quite done,
that's
so
true,
I guess he's
actually.
worried
Yeah,
about
these
the
are
push
safety
coming
Roaches.
too early.
Yeah, and yeah, he knows it's a 2-base committal push now.
Yeah, he's certainly sure. He's got the full scoop on what
Okay,
FizzyElf is trying to do.
So good force fields here can really change the game. Oh, these Spine Crawlers on top of the ramp, though, that is huge.
Yeah, he built those earlier, and moving them across here is really smart. He's just building a bunch more, just in case.
Yeah, like I said, good force fields can really change this fight, but if you can't get up that ramp, but you can't do good force fields.
Yeah, it's irrelevant at that point, isn't it? The Warp Prism going to provide reinforcements at the front. What do we see coming down? Stalkers, a couple of Zealots. There's a lot of gateways giving him a lot of option on what he can build.
Yeah, Frog's still got a Ling on both of the possible 3rds, so he knows everything. And yeah, he just needs to not get force fielded out horribly here. The Biles start coming down. FizzyElf not dodging the Biles. However, all the force fields are now landed, and the Biles did not go on the force fields to stop him. Frugs needs to step back and disengage, I think.
Yeah, he can't take that fight over the force fields. It's not going to be in his favor at all. Get behind those Spine Crawlers, make him engage into you on creep, and then you'll have a much better time of it.
Yeah, this is Now there's not as much energy, only 2 sentries left. 1 force field goes down, that's not doing very much. The Bile comes down to crush that force field. Spinecrawler's in the back hitting loads as Ravagers finish up. Another set of Biles coming down. FizzyElf has got to disengage.
Yeah.
But he's got no backup options. And now a scoop of lings. Is that the correct term? A scoop of lings comes
I think
around.
that's the collective noun for Ling.
Yeah.
If it wasn't before, it is now, and they catch absolutely everything. And that, to be honest, could be GG.
Yeah, he's going to do some good War Prism micro. Again, a War Prism and 2 Immortals versus Roaches is a playable fight. But, oh, another big warp in here.
He's still got some money in the bank. He's still working through those minerals.
Also, Roach speed isn't done yet, so Roaches really cannot chase this army up a creep. But again, if this Prism goes down, it's being focused by the Queens. It's lost its shield, but it doesn't go down. And again, these 2 Immortals are just getting so much efficiency. Frog spreading the creep there in the crucial moment. I respect that so much.
I've got to stop this engagement. This one queen here. She really needs to spread creep right now.
Listen, some people know me. I'm a real stickler for creep, right? Like, creep, I think, is really important for Zerg. So whenever I see Zergs, when it's receding and they get a queen out there and they poop a tumor down.
Poop a tumor.
Yeah, as it's receding, I think that's brilliant. And I respect that Frugs did that in the middle of the fight. I've been in the middle of the fight and I'm like, oh, I'm losing this fight, but there's 2 creep tumors. I'm going to focus those creep tumors.
Maybe it's like a power play as well. If you just want to make your opponent GG out of the game, you just pop a creep tumor in their face. Like, I have this much spare APM right now. I can do this.
Yes.
I don't even need this queen in this fight.
Don't even need.
Right, I'm going to get in and make the second map,
Yep.
which I think is going to be Blackburn.
Nice. We haven't seen much Blackburn this tournament.
It might be the first time on stream that I've
I was
seen
about
it.
to say, let me rephrase that. I haven't seen much Blackburn. I haven't followed the stream too much, unfortunately.
Just
I
gonna
heard
make
the Molten games earlier were crazy.
Yes, they were. They were. Wait. Oh well. You'll have to speak to Molten himself.
Yeah, I'll need to. I saw the very end of it. I'm sitting next to Molten. I saw the very end of it, but
I think he was kicking himself a bit.
That
The way that they ended up going.
yes, that's it. I did see part of that because it looked like because I was watching his screen. I was like, oh, he's being 1 base all in, and then the game was still going on like 10 minutes later, and I think it was the hidden base that that Volt took.
Yeah, the game 3 hidden base that wasn't actually proxy racks. That he searched the entire map.
Apart from
where the hidden base was.
I hate to see it.
Yeah, it was pretty sketchy. Looks like the players are ready to go. I just need to double check. Frugs is claiming he vetoed this map. So I need to ask what the hell has happened because Fizzy told me this is map 2.
I do not blame him. FizzyElf with the dirty tactics coming out here. The good old pick a map that you don't like to see. Hey, we got Risky in the chat. Nice to see you, Risky, or not to see you, but you know, nice to hear from.
Shame you're not
Shame you
here.
couldn't come here. Yeah.
Hope you are doing well. All things considered.
Yeah.
And yeah, Wise Man saying the Wikipedia bracket is more up to date than the one on the website. That is true. I need to go through and confirm some results, but we're too busy streaming more games. We don't have time to confirm results. We're too busy watching awesome Starcraft here
Exactly.
on Twitch. Busy as scrambling to choose a new map. I'm sure we'll get there in the end.
Do you know what? It is funny when you think there's 7 maps in the ladder pool, and suddenly remembering 7 things is really hard when you've got to veto them. You're like, yeah, I'll veto. Oh god, I really don't like this one map. I'll veto that, and I was like, what's the other maps? Oh, what's left? Everyone gets like that.
Yeah, we need like a big whiteboard somewhere where people can just like stick a picture of their face next to each map name. Like, this is my pick, and it's easy to remember.
You know what? I do think we should instead of vetoing, we should pick maps to play. Oh, maybe that would be bad. Actually, no, that would be bad. I would rather veto.
Yeah, I think so.
In this Terran map pool. And the
gotta
next
protect your
Terran
interests
map
as a
pool.
Protoss. So why are they always Terran favored? Trying to remember what advert I ran before the stream.
It was the OC UK one.
The OC UK one. Thank you very much.
I believe so.
I'll run an Intel one after this. Thank you for sticking with us. We are just figuring out what's going on with the map pool, and very shortly the players will... They've left and not told me. they announced which maps he can choose from, then didn't choose one.
Well, of course they're going to leave the map. They're not going to stay in the lobby of Blackburn, I suppose.
No, I'm aware of that, but the problem is by leaving the lobby they can no longer message me and tell me what map they want to play on.
Another one of StarCraft's famously fun things is being in the direct message chat with somebody, the party chat with somebody, and then the lobby chat with the same person. But I was vetoing earlier versus Jedrix, and I was like, yeah, I'll veto Pride. and then I waited for like 5 minutes, and he didn't say anything, and I was like, "Are you okay?" And he goes, "Oh, I replied in the party chat," and I was like, "Well, I messaged you in the direct chat." Why? So we were just sitting there for 5 minutes waiting for the other person to message.
All right, maybe we're on the right map. We're gonna hopefully load into Curious Minds.
Yeah.
So yeah, still not getting any Berlingrad on stream. Was it? No, sorry, Blackburn on
Blackburn,
stream.
yeah.
It began with a B.
It's true.
You have to forgive me.
That's true.
Names are difficult.
Blackburn.
Sometimes I don't remember my own.
Blackburn is such a Terran-favored map that even Protoss versus Zergs
don't want to play on it. Yeah, they're like.
It also has a gold. I think that puts a lot of people off. It's a kind of like. I know some Zergs really love the gold-based shenanigans. In fact, Jedrick's vetoed it versus me. I actually think he would love Blackburn if he played it. Yeah. It's got a gold base. He loves it.
He loves a gold base.
Yeah, I feel like he would love that.
Right, we're finally getting into game two, right?
Yes,
game two of the series.
Frugs being 1-0 up.
Indeed he is, and we'll be in just a moment on Curious Minds.
Ooh.
There we go, that's all the scoreboard set up, and we'll introduce the players starting here in the top left-hand corner. It is our Pink Zerg looking to close this series out 2-0 and increase his chances of qualifying for that special spot in Code S. It is Frugs.
And his opponent, spawning as the red Protoss in the bottom right corner. He's got to believe to bring it back, and I believe in my Protoss brother to make this an equal series. It is FizzyElf.
Very good stuff.
Right. Do you mind if I nitpick on the overlay?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Okay. I'm a bit of a hotkey nerd, right?
Sure.
So I love me hotkeys. In fact, Molten had to set up a second monitor early. He was like, "How do you do that?" I was like, "Windows key P," and he was blown away. Anyway, do you know what Control X does on the WCS 3.0 overlay?
I do not know what Control X does.
It flips the colors of the names. Do it. Oh, but now FizzyElf is. Hang on.
Oh yeah, it doesn't flip the scores. That would be useful.
FizzyElf is 9-0. There you go.
I mean, fair play to FizzyElf being 9-0 in a best of 3 where he lost the first map.
That would be very impressive.
There are so many things wrong with that statement. I don't even know where to begin. You got chat asking you to do a dab. If you do it now, no one will see it.
Oh, that's true.
So maybe that's the best time to do it.
I mean...
I like to think people heard you smash your microphone with your arm.
That one's for you, Ren.
And for me. I was the only person who saw you dab.
That's true, it's true.
I appreciate it.
But yeah. So some people, not myself, but totally myself, get very anal about the colors of the mini map being the right way up.
As a hotkey nerd, I'm just going to grow you on hotkeys for the rest of the game. How do I make the cool thing that shows up to show like the post-battle report, or is that in a different mod?
I don't know that one.
I think that's in a different mod.
That might be in a different mod.
I think it's in a different mod. I think there are some better overlays than that one.
Yeah,
that
you
shows
can.
unit
So
loss,
you can
but I
do
can't
like
remember what it is.
Control R gives you the workers lost.
There's another one that comes up with like an image grid of like the units that have died in the game.
That is actually a WCS 3 thing. It should be on here, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it Shift L or Control L? Shift L.
Control L. That makes a noise, but it doesn't do anything. Shift L. Hey,
yeah,
it is. All right, grand.
See, even when I don't know the hotkeys, I know the hotkeys.
What are other? I wonder if there are other.
There is. If you like press F12 right quickly. Is it F12?
That's a help screen.
Okay. Yeah. It's a help screen. There's a menu screen or somewhere where it shows you all the commands.
I see.
But it's been ages since I've looked at it. I can't remember how you find it.
We should probably talk about some Starcraft. There's a Stargate in this game. No more Robo shenanigans. No more. Sorry, Robo. Well, we had Robo in the game before the game last. In the last game, we saw Slaves, didn't we?
I would like to. I might ask Fizzy about that later, because I don't know if he was just kind of freewheeling it, or if he had a real plan, or if it like double thing. This game is looking a lot more standard, as you say, though. We have got Zerg speed on the way, and Frugs pulled off of gas versus the Stargate. The important thing to note here is that a Zerg player can identify this by looking at the Protoss wall. Because if you see, we're a bit late now, but if you see you see how the Cybercore is spinning.
Yeah.
If you don't see it spinning at the start, that means the Protoss hasn't spent their gas there, and it more likely means that they are building a Stargate. So you can infer off of that if there is a Stargate or not. But it looks like Frugs is going to sack the Overlord. But FizzyElf going for the double Adept style. So
I mean, he found out pretty quickly. The Void Ray was very happy about that information, to be honest. Very good stuff. Spore Crawler on the way.
Yeah.
What's your preference on a Void Ray first, on an Oracle first? What would you choose here?
Well, as you saw in my games, I went Oracle first. Actually, I went Void Ray. Yeah, no, I went Oracle first, I think, in all my games, actually. Yeah, I prefer Oracle nowadays. Void Rays used to be really good because they were recently nerfed, so they cost more now, and they take longer to build.
Yep.
So it used to be more reliable to take a third and hold it with everything, but now an Oracle has kind of gone back to being the king here. But you can't do this with an Oracle. You
Nope,
can't get
they
two...
don't shoot up
Yeah, you can't get 2 Overlords
for absolutely free. I'm
For
surprised that
free.
Frugs didn't pull that one home in time. I
Yeah.
know it was on the other side of the map, but he could have at least tried.
I think he might have been like saving it for an Overseer later on and hoping he could get in for a
Yeah,
follow-up
it was in a
scout.
weird,
It is
weird place.
I think
so-
the Watchtower saw it. That's how FizzyElf knew.
Ah, yeah, nice.
very smart.
Very sneaky.
But what this kind of Stargate, especially with a Void Ray opening, does is it allows Zerg to drone up to like 66, basically for free, unless they're worried it's some sort of fake third with an actually an all-in. So yeah, that might have been what Frugs was hoping to confirm. If you can confirm there's a third base going down, you can just keep droning, basically.
2 Void Rays now out on the map.
Yeah.
Robotics Bay on the way as well.
Yeah. So this used to be really popular, like double star, or you used to go Void into double Stargate Void. But that, again, since the Void has been nerfed, that's gone down. Oh, and here we see 6 gateways coming down on the production tab.
That's a bomb of gateways right there, all off one pylon as well. You love to see it.
You love to see it. And charges on the way. So this is kind of going to be like a 2.5 base version of what I just did versus Mars Bar, where it's like he's going to just turn up with a bunch of charge lots. And I don't know if Frugs has got a... he has got a Roach on it. So
Yeah, the Roach one went down a while ago. It's been done for a little bit. He's not built any Roaches, mind you.
yeah. So this is hard because you either need to confirm the gateways in the main or the gases or something. Like, yeah, FizzyElf has pulled off of gas. He's actually not mining any gas anymore. He is going to charge lot down.
Boys. Warp Prism as well, gonna provide those charge lots warping in from the front nice and quick.
That's a really nice thing to do. This is a really sharp build.
Frugs is continuing to tech.
Yeah, only just throwing down that Spire. That's going to be painful. Because if he sees his first warping of Zealots run out and it charges there, he'll know. I mean, picking up these Void Rays before the big fight starts is actually pretty big. The creep spread is good. Now he should see it.
Now the charge lots are here. Now he's in trouble.
And now, as you can see, 2 Roaches. I don't think he has a lot of lava. 5 Roaches.
The High Energy Queen is going to die. Didn't get a single transfused off. That's disgusting.
And he's just going to tap out there.
And that's GG. Nice pressure from FizzyElf. Going to tie the series up 1-1 and take us to map number 3. God knows what it is.
Yeah. We're not really sure yet.
We'll find out.
Again, really key play from FizzyElf there. Having the Watchtower to see the second Overlord across the map, it's very rare for Zerg to send more than 2 Overlords across the map. So once he killed both of those, he knew there was no vision getting into his main for a long time. Which actually means that he potentially decided in-game, okay, I've killed that Overlord, both these Overlords, now I'm going to throw down all the gateways. Now this is the build, because, Frugs has to coin flip to defend it. And that's a really smart play. You have to be aware of looking out for those kind of opportunities. So, yeah really good play.
Absolutely, really strong play there from FizzyElf. Seems like this series could go either way. It's nice to get to a game 3 again and get to see one more map.
And listen, Frugs, he's capable of cheesing. He is definitely capable of cheesing.
So I haven't had a chance to watch many of his other games. Obviously, I've been over here with the stream. I know in previous Epic Lands, he's not been afraid to bust out
proxy
all sorts
hatches.
of stuff. Proxy hatches is something we love to see.
In fact, last Epic Land, he knocked me out of the lower bracket due to going... I went for a cannon rush, and he went for a 12 pull, and you can actually do play out of that cannon rush, but I couldn't. I don't cannon rush very often. I just did it. Hey, big shout out to Coconut in the chat. Coconut game.
I'm not sure what Monkey Dren means, but he's asked us to ask you about carriers.
Okay, so Monkey D. Ren is a menace, frankly. I don't like carriers, is the long shot. But we'll do the player introductions first. We know we need a...
Why don't you start up here in the top?
All right, well, spawning in the top left, once again, the Ping Zerg. He is fighting for game 3 here, and for this series, it is Frugs.
Bum, 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 bum. Cute doggo in the mineral line.
That doggo ain't afraid.
No.
Really is man's best friend, and Bug's best friend.
And Zerg's best friend, apparently. And then in the bottom right-hand corner, winning that previous match in record time, it's our red Protoss. It is FizzyElf. Need some like we need a soundboard.
Yeah.
One. That's the next time I actually have staff at a LAN. Going to invest in whacking loads of sound effects on the stream deck.
Yeah.
We smashing air horns constantly. Everyone's going to love it. I'm sure no one will get annoyed by that at all. I need the GG button. That's what's missing in life. GG.
That's a classic, that is. Oh.
Fantastic. No cheese.
No cheese.
Although, where the fuck?
Honourable.
Where's the spawning pool?
Now 117 is the,
okay.
or 115, but 117.
It's because we didn't spend most of the beginning of the game chatting about rubbish, so I just lost track of what time it was.
Yeah, the game should be more further along than it is right now.
Yeah, there we go. All the tech, all the buildings we would expect.
Yep. But yeah, so as we're at the start of the game and nothing is happening, and the gracious Monkey D. Ren did ask in chat, let me tell you about carriers, right?
Okay.
As a Protoss,
I'm worried about this.
As a Protoss player,
Uh-huh.
I don't want to swear too much on stream, so I will try and keep it PG. As a Protoss player, I think carriers are a very bad unit. They're not a fun unit.
Okay.
They're an A-move deathball unit.
Yep.
That should not be in the game.
It would look cool.
Of principle alone, I do not build carriers. You can ask anybody. Anybody who's ever... If you've caught me building a carrier, you're lying. is the long and short of it.
I want you to build a carrier. Oh, we don't have you on stream again today. Alright, I do want to see you build a carrier on stream.
It's not going to happen. You don't know how many losing positions I've been in. I've been in like a 35-minute PvZ where they've got 15 lurkers and 25 broodlords, and they're like, people are like, Exo, just make carriers. And I'm like, no!
I refuse. I utterly refuse.
They're a bullshit unit. Oh, I don't know if I should swear.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, good stuff. Good stuff.
Let's be honest. No one from EPIC land knows what Starcraft is, so it's fine. We can just chat about whatever we want. Have a good time over here. Chill and laughs only.
Yeah,
I like the model for this Nexus. It's got like a cute little prong on the top of it.
I will say as well, right? FizzyElf in the first game, he wasn't red, was he? He was a different color.
Ah, did he change?
He switched to red, and now it's paying off. And he is going for that Stargate again. Yeah. I like it.
Stick with what you know works.
Because now, again, you can play a macro game off of that Stargate, and Frugs has got it in the back of his head. Oh, God, what if there's going to be a bunch of charge dots again? He has to respect it, or scout it, or do something else.
Yeah.
And this map is even harder because there's not an Overlord spot on the natural. So he's not going to be able to hide that Overlord as easily.
Yeah, absolutely not. It's just going to patrol move back and forth in front of his natural.
Yeah, when the Protoss goes for 2 Adepts at the start, I suppose you can do that.
He's going to try and poke in now. We'll see if the Stalker gets out in time to do anything about that, or if the... Oh, he's gone Oracle first, so no Void Ray to push it away this time.
What I don't like about FizzyElf's play is he's gone... Oh, okay, he's going out now. I kind of don't like this. If he was being Ling flooded or something, you need the Adept to go across the scout.
Right.
He might have another way, like he knows that with 2 Adepts and a rewall he can defend it.
Hold it, yeah.
But like I'm always really scared of that because he's only now just seen the 3rd base, I think. Maybe it's Probe Sword.
Frog's putting down a Spore. I think it's going in the natural. I haven't actually checked.
And 7 more workers. Oh, the Shade is going to finish though.
Yeah, the Shade is going to finish. He's going to start one-shotting drones. One.
Oh, you got to pull the drones.
He's misclicking as a recall.
Where's the Oracle? Where's the Oracle?
Why is there a recall? Well, the Oracle's on the left, but what was the recall for? Seemed a bit preemptive.
Yeah,
I feel like he could have got out of that without wasting it.
So sometimes when you do this and you want to take a fast 3rd, you don't want to rebuild the Adepts. But I think he could have shaded out there.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
But I didn't think they were dead. Like, there were only a handful of Lings. They were kind of clumped around here. He could have gone the long way around, got a shade eventually, and then pieced out. Looks like he's waiting for the 2nd Oracle before going in to mince those drones as quickly as possible. But again, this is the one with the Spore. I don't like the decision to attack the natural here.
I will say as well that when I played Oracle versus Frugs, we played some practice games yesterday, and his Queen positioning was actually really good. But I don't know if that was more from like I was trying to get the Oracles in quickly. It was like a delayed Oracle, so...
There's nearly 2 Queens in every base. This one only has 1 because of the Spore, I guess, is covering the rest.
It's building pneumatized or is that Overlord speed there? I think
I'm not sure. Let's see what the Oracles can do. They've managed to get 3 kills. He doesn't want to lose one. I don't think it was the lava that died.
They split the damage there, which is really nice for FizzyElf.
Yeah, not what you want to do when you have 2 of them. The whole point is to bunch them up and get those one-shots.
Well, yeah, but what I mean is that Frugs, if all that damage went onto 1 Oracle, it would have died.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant you split the damage across 2 drones.
Oh, right, no. I don't know. He might have done. I was focused more on... Well, when I go in, so here's a low-tier tip as Protoss, right? When you go into a Zerg mineral line with Oracles, you just switch the beams on. and you
And hope
don't
for the
look.
best.
You just look at the Oracle health. That's all I do.
I think as far as
And
it
you
was
pull out-
Overlord speed, by the way.
Ah, yeah.
Putting
Nice,
all the
nice.
Overlords back. But I think that's a good low tier tip. Like in engagements, one thing you can do is train yourself to just ignore them. Like
Yeah.
start the engagement and then remember to macro, because a lot of
Oh.
low tier players will find that they commit to. Oh, there's an Overlord with
This is a German taxi coming across the map here with a lot of links. So the queens are in those overlords in order to stop the oracles.
Why can queens go in Overlords? They're so large.
They are so like they take up two quantity. And then the overlords can poop more creep out, and then he can put a creep tumor down. Put a creep tumor down, Frugs. God damn it.
Gosh, darn it. Does the model for the Overlord always change when you look
Yeah.
at it?
No. You have to transform it into a
Oh.
specific overlord. So yeah, that is the skin for it.
I see.
Oh, big stasis. No, the stasis dies as it goes down. You hate to see it.
Oracle just tanking damage right now, not really achieving anything. The boys have been pulled. There's a Ravager blocking the
And because of the
exit.
creep, there is now Transfuse are in play. Repeat, Transfuse are in play. Ravagers are in play. Bile's coming down. The Oracle's running out of energy. He's building 4 Stalkers. There's nothing coming out of that Stargate. FizzyElf in a bit of a panic here. He can't lose it here. However, this amount of Stalkers is actually a good amount. But he might have to give up. Oh, he's lost 32 workers. And the German taxi, it doesn't take no stop fares. It continues going. I don't know how taxis work. Yeah. The queens were like, here, wait here for me. I've got something to do. You're going to be the getaway driver. No, we're going in further.
Queens don't need to leave. This is their new home. They
And
put
that-
down creep.
Creep tumor goes down. All he needs to do here is take out the natural. And FizzyElf obviously playing for his tournament life. And yeah, he's going to hold on, but has to tap in.
Cool. The GG, well played by Frugs. What a final push.
Yeah, love to see it.
You do love to see it, indeed. Well, it's a fantastic series between these
Yeah.
two players.
Actually, really impressed with Frugs as well because, like I
He
say,
didn't cheese
he won.
without cheating.
FizzyElf is, like I say, a pretty strong player. I know that he was really gunning towards 5K. I don't
Wow.
think he's quite that high at the minute. I think he's like 4.6, 4.7, but like he's definitely got the capability of it. So Frugs coming in, and again, Frugs is such a good tournament player. Comes in, keeps his cool. You know, like plays builds reasonably well, and he does well in tournaments.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely
Like
right.
beyond
He's
his MMR.
consistently showing that he shows up at tournaments. But, yeah, as you said, overperforms perhaps sometimes.
Yeah.
But deservingly so. And it was a really good series between these two. Well, thank you very much, Exo, for
Yes.
jumping on. You might be back for more casts later today, perhaps even the next one that we've got coming up. Let's have a little look at the schedule.
It's ZVZ next, I hear. What did I think it's a ZVZ? Also, I believe Risky in chat said something about Tempests and what my opinion on Tempests are. Tempests are a fair and balanced unit. They're terrible, but they have their place in the game.
Is a terrible unit balanced?
Absolutely.
I like that. I like
Because
that.
if it's a great unit, if everyone agrees it's a great unit all the time, all around, everywhere, then it's overpowered.
It's overpowered, yeah.
If you don't think it's terrible, then
Not every unit needs to be situational, but I think the Tempest
the Tempest is very situational.
but sometimes it's good to have some units that work in that way, right? Because then you get choices,
Yeah.
and choices make the game more interesting.
That is true. It's true.
Fantastic. Well, yeah, so the next
Cool.
game will be Jedrix versus Wiseman, probably up in the next 15 minutes or so, maybe like
Nice.
quarter to 4,
Yeah.
4 o'clock at the latest if we need to take a short break. But yeah, thank you so much for coming on,
Nice.
Exo.
Yes,
Hopefully
yes.
we'll see you back shortly, maybe with another caster.
Fantastic. I do love coming on and doing some of the casting.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for being on. We'll throw it to a quick ad break, and we'll see you guys in a few minutes for another one.